Now, the reason why this may be an issue for some people and most people is because some out here, and I'm going to keep it 100, some out here act like they don't understand English at all. And they've been living here for 30 to 50 years. I understand English is a very hard language to learn. Same thing with Spanish, same thing with Japanese and Chinese, and etc. Any new language is kind of hard to learn, right? We be fair on that. However, if you live in a country for 30-something plus years, you do know the language. You know the language. You know how to speak it, write it, spell it, and read it, okay? You know the language. Don't come up in here like you dumb, like you just fresh off the damn boat or something like that, and say that, oh, I don't know anything. I don't know how to speak English. Bullshit. There's a lot of people in this country been living here for decades, since I don't want to say centuries, but decades. A lot of people have been living United States for decades, right? They know English. However, I was told by a colleague one time back in the day, she said the reason why she, speaks Spanish like she doesn't understand English is because people treat her a little bit more nicer. So if she spoke English, then people would still be mad and upset, and it would just be a whole lot of fighting and argument. But when she speaks and say, I don't know English and this and that, and just try to be like broke down English, a lot of Americans or whoever, something happened, the people won't be so as angry, and they wouldn't be so mean to her. They would be more understandable. And this situation happened because she accidentally bumped somebody's car, and she didn't want no conflict, so she pretended that she didn't understand English. I told her, and I had this conversation with her. I told her, I said, that's kind of messed up. I mean, this is the reason why a lot of Americans do get upset when they see other people from other countries who come in this country, live here probably for 2 to 5 years, and then they sit there and say, I don't understand English. Bullshit, you understand English. But I'm glad she was honest, and I was honest with her, saying that's not right. That's not fair. I live in this country, right? I'm American, and I have to take up ownership. I got to take responsibility. If I hit somebody's car, I can't sit there and say, oh, I don't understand English, and I'm a U.S. citizen. You know what I'm saying? You would look at me crazy, like, no, your ass is English. What the hell you talking about? But a lot of foreign people do that, though. So they can get away with conflict. So they can get away, I don't want to say murder, but some people do, believe it or not. And some people just get away with crime, or get away with fender benders, or anything. Some foreign people from other countries who live here in this country for a very long time will literally sit there and pretend like they don't know English, pretend they don't read English, and all that kind of stuff. You got that 6-figure job somehow. You got that house somehow. You got this great job somehow. Don't play people as a fool. Don't play people as a fool. Because most people understand that a lot of people who live in this country have been living here for years. And they know English. But don't do that. Because now you're playing with a double sword here. There are some people who cannot really speak English at all. It's like the older generation. The older generation has a very hard time to speak Spanish. I mean, not Spanish, sorry. English. Have a very hard time to speak English because they've been native in their land. They could be refugees, or one of the families say, hey, you can come, I gave you a green card or a visa card. And the old generation do have a hard time speaking English. Now, some of them do try. But just some certain people cannot speak English. Some certain people just cannot speak English. It's very, very difficult for them. And then I'm talking about the new generation. We got internet, we got books, we got YouTubers, we got so much information floating everywhere that there should be no excuse you cannot speak English. Like I said, I'm learning Spanish because I want to, speak to my neighbors or help somebody. And also my girlfriend, she's Latina, so I want to speak fluent to her. She knows how to talk English a little bit, and she knows how to write English very well, where I'm practicing writing Spanish and practicing speak English. It's a fairness thing here. Everybody should learn another language because it brings out benefits, but it also brings us as a whole. You know what I'm saying? But to be fair, there are some people that do abuse that, oh, I don't understand English kind of shit. And I think that's pretty messed up, You don't understand English, damn it. You know it. If you win that damn lottery ticket, you will speak English real quick. I'm just keeping 100. And also, like, it's okay for people to speak another language. I'm glad that America is a melting pot. I really am. I'm glad that it's a melting pot. Because I don't need to go to China to learn another language from China. I can go to my neighbor, or I can go to events that celebrates China's history. And I can learn the language there. They have books or DVDs and stuff. Or I can learn somebody from, from Iraq. I can learn how to speak their language because we got a lot of people here who are from Iraq. The beautiful thing about America, you don't really have to go far to learn another language because all our neighbors are different from all different parts of the continent, and we can learn from each other. The downfall is that some out here act like they can't speak it English, and they can. They can. They pretend they can't, but they can. You know what I'm saying? For a good example, like my friend, her sister, her boyfriend is from somewhere, and we were having a conversation about this one time. And she and I had a disagreement. We could never come to agreement. And that's fine, because that's part of life, right? And I told her, I say, to be fair, if I went to Russia, right, and I'm living there, you best believe my black ass is going to learn how to speak Russian. I'm not going to go to Russia and speak only English. Okay? That is insane. That's dangerous. If you live in another country and you don't know how to speak their language, that's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? That's dangerous. But if someone live in America, they have to learn how to speak English. Now, you can speak your language. Absolutely, speak your language. Because that is where you're from. You're proud where you came from. You're proud of your country, your history, your native land. You're proud of all of that, right? So, yes, speak it. But in the meantime, if you're working, getting your oil change from your car or truck, or you're going to a job interview, or whatever you're doing, you got to learn English. It is our language here. But if I went to his country and I'm planning to live there and have a career at his country, I don't know where he's from. I forgot where he's from. But if I went to his country, I have to learn how to speak his language. There's no excuse. And the reason why me and her keep on disagreeing, well, because that's her boyfriend. You gotta protect your lover. But also it's because she's looking at it like it is a difficult language. Yeah, so other language is difficult too, but that didn't stop people from pursuing their dream and see the opportunity to keep going the horizon to be successful in their life. Yeah, but when I was trying to tell her that I understand English is a difficult language, the problem when I'm telling you is there is no excuse here. Even one of my other friends, his sister, her husband, been living in this country for 20-something years. And he barely speak English. Bullshit. He knows English. He's doing that dumb thing. I don't like that. Now, let me ask everybody this really good question. I mean, seriously, let me ask you this good question. Do you really actually believe that another country If you act like you can't understand their language, you think they're gonna be nice to you? You think they're gonna speak English to you? No. They're gonna look your ass crazy, say take your ass to the embassy or Google it. I kid you not. There was one guy, I forgot what his name was, but there was one guy, he lived in Japan for 15 years. And he goes around to the residents in Japan and, asks about their life and, questions and stuff. So he asked them a good question. He said, do tourist people come up and ask you where this and this and this is at? And, do you help them or you do something else? They say we tell them to Google it. They say Google it. And I come back with my part 3.